Well, he did it. Karl Heberger is at it again, folks. And I need no introduction. As you guys know, I am your Duke, the world famous Stuttering John. And as you guys know, I was on the Howard Stern show. I was responsible for getting the Sirius XM contracts. When I started Howard Stern, he was only on two stations, two AM stations. I got him in all 50 states and then worldwide. That was my doing. I was the one. I was the man. I did it. And then after that, I shot all the way to the top on the Tonight Show. Okay. I was an announcer making $500,000 a year. And I ask you, why does someone not famous named Karl Heberger, why does he have to expose me, ride my coattails for him to get places? Why does he do that? Why does he think he can talk about my videos? I was the one. I was the man that did it. Lego, no goal today. In any event, like I said, Karl Heberger, if that is his real name, when my PI Dustin will find out. Anyways, he's talking about me. Go Bills, all right. I agree, Trick Taylor. In any event, like I said, he was the one. Okay? He was the one. He was the man. He's using my fame. He's riding on my coattails. You know, every one of his shows, that's all he does is laugh and joke. Lie and cheat. Using my likeness, my videos, which are behind a paywall, Karl Heberger. You will be hearing from my legal team. How could you do that? It's unfair. Howdy, bud. How could you do that in America? How could you feel good about that? Driving to Rochester. Actually, Rochester's too far. I will be taking your house away from you. Your $300,000 house I will take away from you. You don't question me. You don't disrespect the Duke. How could you do that? How could you feel good about that in this Devilverse? Karl Heberger. We might be looking at some of your defective content on the show because it's only fair. You did it to me. I'll do it to you. Well, I didn't want to, Lego, but yeah. Well, he lives fine. He lives in the middle of nowhere, Rochester, New York. It's a very dangerous place. There's needles all over the ground in some of the neighborhoods. It's not a place where people should go without a police escort. I'll tell you that. And so we'll do it the financial way. We'll take away his house. Thank you, bud. And these are facts. You don't question the Duke and lie about it. Laugh and joke, lie and cheat. That's what the newspaper does. And apparently, that's what Karl Heberger does. Okay? He was never famous. Okay? He was never rich. He's riding on my coattails. Laughing and joking. Lying and cheating. What gives him the right in America to do that? To lie. Liars can be tricky nowadays. You have to watch out for them. It's like when you see one cockroach, you don't want to see any more. You're gonna want to go around and turn around the other way. That's the way I feel about Karl. When I see him, I just want to turn around the other way like he's a cockroach. We don't need to see or hear any more of him. I'll be striking his channel for any and all videos. My legal team says it's unfair what he's doing. He can't do that. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not just in America. And the thing with Karl Heberger is he doesn't know the Constitution like we know the Constitution. He doesn't know the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. He does not even recognize the Magna Carta established in 1215. And that is Karl Heberger. He doesn't respect the laws. Well, there's still ways around it, Lego, that if his house is in his mom's or wife's names, we could still go after it. I mean, it's clear across the country, but well, we might have to have the bends tuned up before we go. But if there's two ways we can go about it: the legal way, or we'll take care of him in the ring. And we have to do both. I mean, these are facts. Don't question me and lie about it, Karl. And Karl, I've been watching your channel. You don't even do one show without mentioning my name. That's how famous I am. Notice I don't even mention your failing show during my show. So this is the first time because we're telling our audience, we're exposing the truth about you and your lies. You're no better than a criminal dues payer. You both are two dumb ducks. That's a fact check, and it's backed up by documents. Anyone that questions these documents, if you go on the Nexus Lexus, you want to research the archives, we got documentation on both these dumb ducks. And howdy, Couch, how you doing? Thanks for being here. And we're not going to stop until both of these. We have prisons for people like this. 8x8 cell is much too luxurious for these two. They need to go to Russia. Prison in Russia will be just perfect. Bringing back the gulags. And we're bringing back the USSR, but that's for another video. These two is what we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be disclosing everything on their permanent record. I hope you hear me, Mr. Heberger. Because when you find out I will be disclosing everything in your permanent record, you will be groveling. You will be begging. I want to see a lot of sucking up from you, Karl. I want to see a lot of groveling. I want to see a lot of begging. I want you shining my shoes. Even though you're not qualified to hold my briefcase, carry my briefcase, someone's got to do it, folks. So, and I agree with Couch. Good morning. It's a good day for justice. Justice in America is what we're talking about today. There's laws for people like this. You can't just run around breaking the law. That's right. That's right. Get your shine box out, Karl. If you're lucky, I'll let you butter my toast. These are facts. And you're right. Nobody crosses the Duke. You will find out. Your life will change. And we're talking about in the ring, YouTube terms and whatnot. We're not going to hurt him. I know he can't fight a good fight. He can't match the Duke. I'm in the best shape of my life. Don't question the Duke and lie about it. Lie and cheat, laugh and joke. So your job won't be as hard as you think when Judgment Day comes for these two. And then we're talking about Lady K. He has no talent. He has no right to be on YouTube. He has no right to have a social media channel. And we're talking about, and to prove it, his best friend is Shuli Egar. I mean, I could just stop there if I wanted to. Yeah, we have everything's under consideration with the lawsuits. DUSH. We're gathering evidence right now, so I'll take them both to court. I don't lose court cases. Oh, it's going pretty good, Lori. We're making enough gas money to keep the car going, and enough food money to keep me going. Yeah, because Vinny cut me off. He won't answer my calls. Well, I use several different attorneys, so that's the other question on the chat there. These are facts, undisputed facts. I'm still homeless, in my house illegally. No one else is living in it yet since the court's trying to sell it. Well, they just bill me out, the attorneys, so we bill it out. We'll pay the bill eventually when we win the lawsuits. These two, they don't know me like you guys know me. They can't handle facts. But we're going to talk facts today, folks. That's right. That's right. We should. That's a good point. We should forward any and all bills to the dues payout. We know he doesn't pay his bills either, so that's going to be a tough one. Because he can't read or write. All right, so we're talking about somebody with a second grade education. Yeah, we can't let them escape justice in America. Can't let them get one over on the Duke. That's a fact check. Oh, school! Yeah, he doesn't know how to sign his name. That's true. So what else is going on, folks? We already destroyed Karl. That's right, Couch. Couch is a good attorney. Dues legal fees are part of damages. Couch advises. I agree. That's a fact, Jack. You don't question the Duke and lie about it. Lying and cheating. That's all those two know how to do. You know, when I talk to Karl Huberger, I don't even know if I'm talking to him or Shuli Egar because they're one and the same. Twins of deception. Devils of deception. They will lead you on a path that you do not know. And, you know, Karl, he messed up when he streamed my content, which is under a paywall. And that's going to come out in court. He's going to be hoisted by his own petard. And I will win in court. I will win in the ring. Victory will be mine in 2025. Yeah, go ahead and email it to me. We'll add it to the lawsuits and discovery. Appreciate that. It is disgusting behavior. I agree with that too. We're going to be taking his house. He's going to have to stay with friends. And it's all within my rights. You can't use my content. You know, notice I'm not playing his clips. We're not stooping. Not that we could stoop that low if we wanted to, but we can't stoop that low. You're talking about someone that's worse than pond scum. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You know, you can just look at him and tell there's something wrong with him. And between him, you have to wonder about anyone that's best friends with a dues payer. Best friends with a dues payer. We know what his producer was guilty of, and he pleaded guilty in court. These were best friends. 6,000 images. There's no coming back from that. He never acknowledged it. Never talked about it. Just tried to sleaze around it. And that's what these two are. A bunch of sleazeballs. And we're talking facts today. If you want to hear the facts, this is the channel. We're facts checking. Everything's been facts checked. You don't question Stuttering John and lie about it. How could you do that? Principled University. Producer Chris. Oh, yes. I thought so. Has seduced many whatnots. Yeah, I thought so. And anyone that's not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We do these lives almost daily. We do the walk and talks on the sidewalk. We go to waterfalls. And, yeah, right. He could stay with the dues payer while you record beer in the balcony from his former house. Yes. Thank you very much. It comes out when I'm right on stuff, so I appreciate that. And the Stableverse. And just so you guys know, the Stableverse was created for me, Stuttering John. People were jealous of me even before the Dabbleverse. They wanted more Stuttering John content. So I think you guys know the story. Chrissy Mayer interviewed me. She was very disrespectful and asked me if I dabbled. I was like, listen up, sissy. I've been in comedy for over 25 years. What gives you the right to question a good and decent man? Yeah, thanks, SJ's Lost Writing Awards. The walking keeps me in good shape, fighting shape. Oh, wow, you're an OG then. You're listening live for that. That's excellent. Yeah, I know. And that's going to be added in the lawsuit. Lady K was the one that got my gig canceled, and that was on the air when Vinny, which you can't trust attorneys, but when Vinny called, he was the one that called. He was the man. He was the one that called and about my gig. Thank you, Couch. And there's going to be consequences for that. We can't let them escape justice in America. You know, what kind of try to sleaze away from their responsibilities? It's not going to work. It is not going to happen. Well, we're on the Kate Mini Health Plan. So we're doing good. Kate's been advising me, and we've been releasing videos. I haven't done many lately because she hasn't called me back. So we've been kind of off the Kate Mini Health Plan and not eating as well. But we got to get back on the plan. We got to get it done. Howdy, John. Shuli and Karl, two squirrel girls talking nonsense about me all the time. Twins of deception. Devils of deception. Thank you for the $5. How do you pronounce that? Lori? Always enjoying supporting John. Glad I found the new channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Even if people that don't super chat, it means a lot too. Appreciate that very much so. And like I said, these people have to stop their malfeasance. Couch, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that big time. You're a big supporter. Couch advises I encourage everyone to follow me in donating to the Duke's Legal Fund. Thank you very much, Couch. I really appreciate that. Couch has had almost all of my lives, all of them that he could. I really appreciate that. And Couch has been there with me at the waterfalls, the walk and talks. Thank you, Couch. It means a lot. It makes me want to keep going because I ask myself, what should I be doing? Do people want this content, other content, no content? I do what the people want. So people seem to like this stuff when I talk about this stuff. So we do that. We do what the people want to do. And just put in the comments if you want me to talk about something. Thank you, Liam. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support. In this Doubleverse, is people have to know the truth. When we got liars and cheaters like Karl Heberger and Shuli Egar, and we're naming them by names. Those two dumb ducks don't even name me by name sometimes because they don't want to feel my wrath, but we know who they're talking about. Thank you very much, Couch. Appreciate that. Oh, these morning shows are tough when I can't have my beer, folks, so I'm not the same. Like I said, I'll take any comments, questions. That's a fact. Jack, fact backed up by documents, backed up by the truth. We honor the Constitution on this channel. Unlike the two twins of deception that we talked about, Shuli Egar and Karl Heberger. And I don't even think that's his real name. We're going to find out. Oh, I agree. In general terms, whatever the newspaper wants to talk about, we want to talk about the opposite. And that's a good point in general terms for life. If the newspaper or Karl, they're doing the same. If they say stop, I say go. Okay? It's got to be the opposite. You can't trust them. And I'm using their names almost interchangeably because they're almost the same person, laughing and joking, lying and cheating. They don't honor their oaths. They've never served on a jury trial. They don't vote, okay? And they don't pay taxes. Both of them have criminal records from the information I received. and from reports I've gathered. And the one, Karl Heberger, like I said, I touched on this, lives in Rochester, New York. And for anyone that's unaware, Rochester has the highest crime in America. Okay. And Skull! He's got the highest crime in America. It's not a safe place to raise a family or even live. Forget locking your doors. You gotta bubble wrap your house or something. Right. Yeah. So we can't trust anyone that lives in Rochester, New York. I don't even know why he admitted to that. Ooh, Dipson's Carl got a second home. Well, okay, so he's got 2 homes, so we know that. That's good to know. Yeah, definitely, Tex. Buffalo is the garden spot in America. Buffalo is a booming town. Okay, we got all kinds of industries that are here, including but not limited to Tesla, Pepsi, GM, Ford, Chrysler. It's the second coming of Silicon Valley. Everyone's moving to Buffalo because there's low taxes. And that's definitely a fact. You don't question the Duke. All right. It's very beautiful here. We have the Bill Stadium. They're building a brand new stadium. And yes, there is. Yeah, there actually is low taxes in Buffalo. I think they should raise the tax a little bit to keep up with the rest of the national average. And I agree. Go Bills. Okay. Blizzards are part of the deal. If you can't handle a Buffalo, get out of Buffalo. If you can't handle a blizzard, get out of Buffalo. Am I right? You guys know I'm right. You guys know I did it. And like I said, we're using SpongeBob's a good guy. Like I said, when I talk about Karl Heberger, we're talking about Shuli Egar interchangeable. They're two twins of deception. Doubles of deception. They will lead you on a path that you will not want to go down. They'll take you to the edge of the mountain and throw you off. And they're not totally wastes of skin to USH because we could put them in a work camp like in Russia, the Gulag. They can go through that, be productive members of but we don't need them on YouTube. They're not, they can't handle having a channel. Failing channel. Both of them buy views from India. Between 60 and 90% of their views are from India. And that's been confirmed. That has been confirmed, folks. You don't question me. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Newspaper should be convicted of elderly abuse for insulting an 87-year-old woman. And for the people that don't know, we're talking about when the criminal newspaper, called my 87-year-old mother. How could he do that? How could he feel good about that? We're talking about someone that's a minimum of 50% dim. And, so, and that's right, SJ's. It's not a threat, YouTube terms and whatnot. So, like I said, I don't even know which one I'm talking about. We're talking about Karl Heberger or Shuli Egar. That's an act of violence, right? Right. I believe with I agree with Couch. These are all great points from the chat. So what else is going on, folks? What are we doing today? Much Sharks Unite. I did see Joey. I wasn't going to come out and talk to him. I was inside watching TV. Coming and wreck my TV time, folks. Yeah, Rochester, it's pretty much a town, Tex, that has been forgotten. Time forgot about Rochester. You can go there Everything's boarded up, shut down. It's very sad. Oh, yeah, Chris, I forgot about football. And it's a home game. They played at the Bill Stadium. Oh, John was there. Excellent. So, like I said, we're hoping that Kate calls me back. She hasn't called me back. I've been in a state of depression. I don't think it's fair. Vinny's not even calling me back. Well, I think we should have DabbleCon 3 in Buffalo. Let's bring it to a booming town, folks. Okay, we could have it, somewhere like Michael's or Salvatore's. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Chris. We'll see what the day brings. Chris is advising, am I heading down to Stevie Tomatoes to watch a game? We'll see how it goes. Might not want to leave the house. You can't trust somebody that lives in Rochester, New York. Anyone that chooses to live there. Yeah, that's true. Buffalo has a love canal. They cleaned that up pretty good, and it's, it's actually Niagara Falls, which is close to Buffalo. That's a fact check. The Love Canal definitely made the news, though, folks. And, question the Duke. Gonna lie about it. Laugh and cheat. Liars and cheaters. Gonna get something to drink, folks. Don't be talking about the Duke behind his back. There will be consequences, Karl, for your malfeasance. How could you do that? How can you feel good about that in America? What should we drink, folks? Don't lie about the Duke. That's true. I agree with Dick here. The only good thing about Rochester is that the kids' feet get nice and tough and walking on used needles. And there is a lot of needles in Rochester, guys. You got to admit that if you don't admit anything else. There's a lot of needles. If they don't change Rochester, I might have to step up and get in politics to get on the city council to clean that disgusting town up. Let's have one of these little hug fruit barrels, folks. Go! Thank you, SJ's rating awards. Like I said, we're on the Kate Mini Health Plan. We're not doing too good the past couple days. We're not proud of that, but Kate's not giving us health tips. Maybe we'll get in contact her with her later today. Well, you got to admit, Rochester. It's just one. They should just. I have no kind words for Rochester. Skull. It's like, why would you want to move to Rochester when you could be in Buffalo? I have no idea. Unless you want to drive by the abandoned Kodak plant. I'm not sure how thrilling that would be. But if you want to do that, that's your privilege. I told her not to. So, like I said, she's not calling me back. At this point, I wouldn't even care if she recalled me as long as I could hear her voice. Is that a large? Oh, couch. It's one of those. It's one of those It's called the Little Hug Fruit Barrel. I'm sure we all remember these from when you were kids. They're pretty good. Skull. I also have a beer. We're going to be drinking a beer. It's a little early, but I'm not myself unless I start the morning with a beer. So we will be doing that. And that's our privilege. I recommend everyone has a beer. Oh. Skull. You know it, Mud. You know it. Oh. No, we're kind of taking some time off from the tattoos. We have enough for right now. That's a good combination, the fruit barrel and the beer, folks. And the coffee. The coffee didn't really do it. Now I'm awake. And we're getting things done. We're making things happen. Oh. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, I forgot. Let's go! Oh. Yeah, maybe we'll eat some salad later. Who knows what the day will bring. We have some lean cuisines. We can maybe come on later and eat a couple of those. We have the Hungry Man just in case we have a bad day and Kate doesn't call us. But we did buy some wheat bread. We're trying, folks. We're trying. And howdy, Double Sandwich. Good to you to drop by. It's always good to see you. I don't know, I don't really want to tell anyone my political because you can't satisfy people either way. And that's their privilege, but I don't want them to dislike me just because I have different beliefs than them. I don't think that's fair. That's something that the newspaper or Karl Hebert would do, okay? They would take it personal when it's not personal because they don't have the brain power that the Duke has had. Is this comment for me, Dick? You and Moonhead should do an eating contest for the next DevilCon. You could load up some sheet pieces into a pig trough and see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Nothing's off the table. I do not agree with that statement. That is not my political views at all. But like I said, if I come out publicly and say that, I'll have death threats and I'll have people at my door. You can't please people either way. So we're gonna stand neutral, but that's not an accurate summation. Yeah, right. I agree with you. And that's a fact that he should. When I think about Karl Heberger, I think about Shuli Eager. They are one in the same. I don't know which guy I'm talking to when I talk to him. And that's a problem. If they're so in love, why don't they get married? Hackmania is too far for me. They should have it in Buffalo, New York. Or I'll even chance it and I'll drive to Rochester. Hopefully they'll get mugged or whatnot. But, yeah, that's too far. They shouldn't do that. Why does people think I blocked Mr. Doodle? I cleared everyone out of my blocked list except YouTube terms and services because they like to spam all day and we can't have that. So if he's still blocked, if he was blocked, I must not have done it right, but I at least attempted to unblock everyone. Not on purpose. If someone's hidden or blocked, it's not on purpose. Unless a mod did it. But my mods are good. But we'll check on that after the live. I won't be able to do it. Oh my god, Deadpool. Thank you so much for the $49.99. super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And all you guys being here means a lot to me. I disagree with John respectfully that Rochester rules. I respect your opinion, John, but the problem with Rochester is they don't know how to run a city, all right? And I will teach them. I will go down there and risk my life and drive down there if I have to. I'd prefer not to, but if I have to, I'll drive down there. Diablo is making a good point. So you're drinking a kid's fruit drink, coffee, a beer at 10 a.m. Your morning constitution must be horrendous. Well, that's my privilege. That's a good question. Thank you for pointing that out. Couch, I think he approves. We got to, because if I don't have my fluids, I don't get, now I'm starting to get rolling, folks. Now we're getting there today. Before I cracked open the beer, I couldn't even barely talk. I couldn't walk. I felt like a baby. Now I feel like I could take on 10 guys. If anyone wants to box me in the ring, I will win. I need my beer, and that's a fact. Jack, you don't question the Duke and lie about it. It's something the Deuce Payer does. It's something Carl Heberger does. Let's go. Well, like I said, I was watching TV. I wasn't about to open the door. If he would have called first, made an appointment, we could have did something. But you don't come knocking on my door. Ooh, that's a good point. Surely the Deuce Payer stole Carl's idea right from Carl's basement. That's true because Carl was making, even though I don't approve of it, Carl was making these videos about me, laughing and joking, lying and cheating. And now Shuli made a. Now Carl kind of does it part time, but Shuli does it every show. Oh, sorry. Somebody said, "What's on my shirt?" Little stain was. Can't help it, folks. I'm sorry. I only have a couple shirts, so I can't go changing my shirt just because I got a little stain on it. Joey got mad because no one would pay him to knock on my door. Well, people are smart. They shouldn't be knocking on my door. You're making a point. You do it the real way. If you want an appointment with me, you get in contact with my agent. Okay. Makes an appointment. You make an appointment. I put it in the black book. We could do it that way. But, what kind of man do you think I am? I'm just going to answer my door for anyone that comes. You think I got all day to just joke like these guys? Right. I agree. Those guys don't know when to stop. It's all they do is lie, laugh, and joke. Let's have a little bit more of our fruit barrel, folks. Skull. Am I in Kate's black book? I'm not sure if I am, but she has my new number. I have her number. I don't know. I think she's avoiding my calls right now. Yeah, some of those Bills fans are a little rowdy. Thank you very much. These are pretty good, folks. Don't be. People are a little negative about the fruit barrels, but they're pretty good, folks. And you got to admit, you guys drink them too. All right. Good morning, Tuna. I don't know anything about sports, but I do obviously root for the home team, so it wouldn't be great if they lost, but we're pretty used to it here, folks. Even though Buffalo's the best city that ever lived. And there's some towns that people live in that have to get their water imported, and that's not the case here. We got Lake Erie right next door. It affects people, so And just Lake Erie is the cleanest of all the Great Lakes. We get the best water. Well, like I said though, John, because that might be true, but once again, Kate Meany is not here to advise me. So we're operating in diminished capacity since we don't have her advising on what's good, what's bad. Buffalo spring water is the best. We have a lot. Like I said, we got Lake Erie. We have several waterfalls in Buffalo, which you guys seen the video footage of that. I think a lot of them run off Lake Erie. We got 18 Mile Creek, which I believe really is 18 miles. I gotta have my lawyer update me on the case. I told him to work on it though. Yeah, I agree with. I don't know if I could read that one out loud because of YouTube terms and services, but it sounds correct. We had a nuclear power plant in West Valley, New York, but it closed in the 70s. I believe the 70s, and now the site has been dismantled, and they just keep an eye on it. It's called West Valley Nuclear Facility. It's probably about 40, 50 miles from Buffalo, past Springville. Yeah, she's being mean right now to not call me back. Maybe. There's plenty of power lines over here. Is OJ? Why is OJ so mean to me? Well, he doesn't know the real me. If he went out to dinner with me, I could tell him a lot of good stuff. And that's good because Vinny's not calling me back. I'm glad he said Vince. Let's see. SJ's lost writing awards advises Evil Vinny says I have a good case against Lady K. Well, that's good to know. That's right. He started this first. The dues payer couldn't get anyone to show up in the parking lot in Florida. That's right, Eva. These are the worst of the worst. The potato, the whatnot wrinkle, the fake Carl. Thank you very much, because I will cut the stream off right now if people don't respect the Duke. Thank you, Tower Records or Temple Records. See, I can't answer questions like that. Now people are being mean because they're jealous of me, jealous of success, jealous of what they could never have been in their lifetime. They never worked with someone as famous as Howard Stern. They were never on that Tonight Show. Not even in the audience. Not even as a guest. They couldn't be even in the studio audience. These are the people mocking me. And so I don't take what they say too serious. Most of these people that are criticizing me have never passed second grade. Thank you, Tower Records. Thank you, Tower Records, for the good, fine words. A lot of jealous people. And that's not my fault. See, this is a case. We're going back to the original stream. Julie Egar and Karl Heberger. Those are two men, if we can call them men, that have mutual goals of destroying me. What they should be doing is working on themselves. And I will be teaching them some lessons and manners etiquette and hygiene, and I can do it too. I hope you guys are listening, Karl Heberger and Shuli Egar, whatnot. Thank you for the $5, Lori. Ignore the haters. Trust me, you've got it. Thank you very much. It means a lot. And see, folks, not everyone's a hater. So, appreciate the super chat. It means a lot. Okay. Karl is mean, and that's the least of his problems, Karl. You know what I mean? Anyone that chooses to live in Rochester, New York, must be questioned. Why would he do that? That's the only city he could think of living, the worst city in America? I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, he has no... And this goes for Shuli. These two, Twins of Deception, Devils of Deception, they don't have any income outside of the internet. They do this. It's a sinking ship for both of them. And I don't know which one's going to sink first, but, Karl is going fast. Karl's going down faster than Kodak went down. And that's tough to do, folks. So, and it makes sense because they both live in Rochester. It's a shame. Yeah. These are facts. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. This is a good idea from this nice viewer. How the government provides a list of whatnot offenders? I should provide of people. They should provide a list of people that live in Rochester. And that's true. We should take all the people that live in Rochester, put them somewhere else because they're too close to Buffalo, a fine, nice city. We have the lowest crime in Buffalo. We have the best buildings, the best houses, lowest taxes. So we're low taxes, and we have low taxes, and we have the best people here. See, Temple Records. I thought you were one of the good guys, and now you're not saying nice things. I don't know about that. Comment, although I'll still give you the benefit of the doubt that you're a good guy. Let's go. Ugh. A lot of funny comments in here. And that might happen. I was wondering if one would come down naturally without even... Oh, sorry, Temple. See, a lot of tricky people in the chat, but you're a good person. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, I'm okay with people being a little rowdy. This is a rowdy crowd. A lot of these comments I'm skimming through. I can't really read them. YouTube terms and services would not advise reading them. And I don't want to get my channel taken down, even though I have multiple revenue streams. I just do this for fun because I want to see the dues payer and Karl Heberger, which is basically one of the same person. I want to see him those two get taken down, and we will do that. We will make sure that's the goal. That's the goal of today. Have them taken down. They don't understand right from wrong, left from right. Probably going to wrap up in a few minutes, folks. I'm getting tired. Duke needs his beauty rest. Thank you very much, Couch. You're a great supporter. And now the comment. See, there's some comments I can't read, folks. And they're all good comments, though. We're just having fun, folks. For the most part. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You make a good point, Laura. Fat comedians in Vegas, that means they cross state lines. And the FBI could get involved. Yeah, he lives in one of these hick states. Most of the people there can't read or write. And, need we say more about that? Yeah, I hear you. Definitely a big day. It's definitely federal now. They will be. There will be consequences. Dusty. America works best when we all go union. I'm a big union man. So it seems like Dusty is too. Buffalo's a big union town, folks. Unlike the South. Um, so that's good. You know, we need some pro union people, more pro union people in the chat here. And these are facts. Let's stick up for the little guy here. See, Mud Sharks Unite. You are hereby on notice now. You know, you can't say that about unions. It's probably somebody that lives in Rochester, so we can't really hold that against him if he's uneducated in Rochester, New York. And yeah, we'll do what we have to do. Oh yeah, Dusty, all right. We're stronger together if we stay together. Push back against anyone that pushes us. Our only option is to push back with 100% of the power. We union strong. Well, the dues couch. If I understand the question right, it says couch. Couch is a good supporter. It says, but don't unions pay dues, Duke? Well, you pay a small amount to have the union represent you, but that's just a very small amount for what you get, including but not limited to, like most unions, you get free glasses, you get very good dental, and the union doesn't pay for the health care, but they negotiate with your employer to get good health care, depending on what contract you have. And your job's more protected. They can't just fire you. Pensions, like Chris said. It's a defined benefit for most unions, unlike just the 401k. And those are facts. If anyone has any questions, we'll take the questions. Oh, that's great, Dusty. I didn't know that. Dusty says he played on a CD called Union Nation. We can keep some stuff secret, can't we, Diablo? That was Jimmy's mom. Well, I mean, no system's perfect, Mud, but it's good to protect in case someone goes, say, let's reverse it, though. Let's say someone's accusing, we don't even have to say teacher. Let's say someone's accusing the employee of something that he did not do. Well, in a union, you have, there's 5 appeals. So if you're ruled against, you could appeal it up to 5 times. They can't just fire you. So it takes a couple of years to get terminated, and then you can still, it's going to take a couple of years, and they'd really have to have video evidence of something, which you're not even allowed to use video evidence, so I don't know how they would fire you. So good luck with that. And if it's someone that has, it's just like regular court, folks. If these people, if management has statements against somebody, we'll just go ahead and discount. We'll just investigate all of them and discount all their statements. So good luck with that. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm on my local. I can't say what union it is, but I'm on my executive board for my local. So we do a lot of investigations and deal with a lot of cases, which, like I said, I can't talk about. Oh, that's great, John. Oh, Teamsters. I was in the Teamsters 2 years ago. That's a good union. Yeah, Kate's a good looking girl. She just needs to, follow my advice a little more. I'm not a suppressive person. And once again, I can't post these. I can't read these on live chat. There's some good comments coming through, folks. Let's go. And for anyone that wants to see a real strike on my channel, you can go to. I did live stream for about 20 minutes. This is not my union, but all unions stick together. I live streamed some of the Starbucks strike. I like to go to strikes. This was a fun one. They had neighboring coffee places bringing coffee to the strike, and the people of Starbucks deserve a fair contract. They deserve raises and decent health care. Meanwhile, the CEO of Starbucks is running around on a private jet, laughing and joking, lying and cheating. Probably pretty similar to what the Deucepayer and Carl Heberger are doing. I know Aaron. Well, I mean, I met him once in Florida. He was a good guy to me. Hey, Couch. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the comment. Yeah, that's not my union. I just went to that, like I said, that strike because I get notifications when there's strikes. Yeah, no, they're good. Like I said, I know the South isn't big on unions, but hopefully that changes. Well, they're worse. They're the worst because they're suppressed from management. They're underpaid, underappreciated. They're made to work harder than they should. They're working in unsafe environments many of the time, understaffed, and yeah, those are facts. And they're backed up by documents. Any other questions before we wrap up? Right, yeah, couch. Yeah, Marty Rathbun isn't it Scientology, not Chad. Yeah, I'm with you on that in the first place, though, Diablo. I don't like Starbucks. It's a rich man's coffee. And I usually make coffee at the house. I got not even a Keurig. I got the old fashioned coffee pot where not the real kind where you gotta heat it up with water, but the mid grade one where the $20 ones, Mr. Coffee, that you put the water down the thing. I agree with No Good Chaser. Starbucks coffee is horrible. That has nothing to do with the pro union stance of mine, but number one, you go in there and it's confusing. You can't just order a black coffee without, you got to have this and that and the whole nine, and it's a big production. There's all different lines to stand in, and it's $6 for burnt coffee, like we all agree. Ugh. And I'm more of a gas station coffee guy if I'm on the road. Nothing fancy. Oh. Yeah, Zeno's a funny guy. Like I said, we're winding down. Any final questions we'll take? I should start thanking the super chatters here. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. But I probably can't read that one. That's funny though. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Lori. Thank you, Couch, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Dead Fool is very generous. Thank you for the $49.99 super sticker. Really appreciate that. Laura, thanks for the $5. So, like I said, I appreciate everyone. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll work on that next time. I'm not good with pronunciations. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.